Welcome to the True Assassins podcast. Are you ready for some seriously intense true crime?
Oh, absolutely. We're going deep today.
Deeper than usual. Today, we're diving into the world of Orlando Mads Bryan's True Kill. And let me tell you, these stories, they're not for the faint of heart.
True Kill is a wild ride, that's for sure. Mads Bryan doesn't just tell you about the crimes, he gets into the heads of the people who committed them.
Exactly. We're talking about people who went to extreme, sometimes unthinkable lengths to protect what they held dear.
And those links, well, let's just say they make for some pretty gripping reading and listening.
You ready to jump into the first story?
Hit me with it.
All right, so first up we have Sunken Guardian. Imagine this. Maya, this incredibly skilled diver, is exploring the ocean depths. And boom, she stumbles upon something incredible.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What did she find?
An entire ancient city perfectly preserved underwater. Like, think Atlantis, but real.
Wow, that's a once-in-a-lifetime discovery.
Right. And Maya, she's not just some detached observer. She feels this immediate, deep connection to the city. Like it's calling to her.
I can see how that would happen. It's like finding a hidden world, a secret entrusted to you.
Exactly. But of course, a discovery like that can't stay hidden forever.
Oh, no. Here come the trouble.
Yep. First, you've got the archeologists, the scientists, eager to study and excavate, which, on its face, seems reasonable.
Sure, makes sense.
But then you got the treasure hunters.
Oh, boy. Yeah, those guys are trouble.
Big trouble. They see dollar signs, not history. And Maya, she sees them as a threat to the city, to everything she's come to cherish about it.
So what does she do?
Well, at first she's subtle. Think leaky oxygen tanks, tangled air hoses, stuff that can be dismissed as accidents.
Clever. Little warning shot.
Right. But then as more and more people descend on the city, her actions become more deliberate.
The stakes get higher.
And then the biggest threat arrives.
Yeah.
This huge ship loaded with divers, submersibles, the works. A real treasure-hunting armada.
Uh-oh.
Sounds like Maya's got to step up her game.
She does. Big time. See, she knows the city. I mean, really knows it. And that includes this network of tunnels beneath the city, a maze of unstable caves.
Okay, now this sounds interesting.
She uses those tunnels to set a trap. A deadly one.
I'm all ears.
Maya leaves a trail of ancient coins, leading the divers deeper and deeper into the tunnels.
Playing on their greed. Classic.
And then, boom, she triggers a collapse. The whole thing caves in, burying the treasure hunters alive.
Wow. Talk about fighting fire with fire.
But here's the tragic part. In the chaos, Maya gets trapped too. Crushed by a falling slab, no way to escape.
Oh, man.
That's rough.
As she's dying, she has this vision of the city, safe and sound. She gave her life to protect it.
Powerful stuff. It makes you think about what's worth dying for.
No kidding. And you know what's crazy? The salvage crews never found the city.
Really? Why not?
Some say it's cursed. There are rumors of a phantom diver guarding it, keeping people away. Like Maya's spirit is still protecting it.
Chills, man.
Oh.
Chills.
Okay, ready for a completely different kind of story. This one takes us to Russia, to the court of the last Tsar.
Lay it on me.
All right, so picture this. Grigory Rasputin, this peasant mystic, somehow rises to become one of the most powerful figures in Russia. He's got the Tsarina completely under his thumb.
Rasputin, yeah, I've heard of him. Wasn't he, like, super creepy?
Oh yeah, big time. There were all these stories about him dabbling in black magic, communing with dark forces.
Spooky. But how did he get so much power?
Well, the Tsarina believed he had healing powers. He could supposedly stop her son's bleeding, and her son had hemophilia. Plus, there were all these rumors that he had survived poisonings and assassination attempts.
So people were scared of him.
Terrified. He used that fear to manipulate people, to get what he wanted.
And he wanted power, right?
Oh, yeah. He had his fingers in everything. He was influencing political decisions, military strategy.
What kind of advice was he giving?
Bad advice, mostly. And it was a terrible time for Russia. They were losing the war, the people were starving, and Rasputin's influence was making everything worse.
Sounds like a recipe for disaster.
It was. But here's the thing. Not everyone bought into Rasputin's act. There was this guy, Ivan, who was initially a devoted follower. But he started seeing the damage Rasputin was causing.
A change of heart.
A big one. Ivan went from worshiping Rasputin to seeing him as the root of all evil.
So what did he do about it?
He confronted Rasputin. Straight up accused him of leading Russia to ruin.
Old move.
Super bold. Especially since Rasputin had this reputation for being, well, untouchable.
So how did Rasputin react?
At first, he just laughed Ivan off, like he was a nuisance. But then he saw something in Ivan's eyes, a kind of righteous fury that scared him.
He realized he'd pushed too far.
Exactly. And in the end, it wasn't his enemies who took him down. It was Ivan. He stabbed Rasputin over and over again.
Talk about a fall from grace.
Right. This guy who was practically ruling Russia, brought down by one of his own followers.
It's a reminder that power built on fear is never truly secure.
And even though Rasputin died, his story didn't really end. There are still rumors that his ghost haunts the Winter Palace.
Wow, so even in death, he's still a source of fear and fascination.
Absolutely. So there you have it. Two very different tales from True Kill, both exploring the extremes people will go to for what they believe in.
It really makes you think about the nature of obsession and how easily it can lead to violence.
And how power, especially power built on fear, can be so easily shattered. So what do you think? What did these stories from True Kill tell you about human nature, about the dark side of belief? We'd love to hear your thoughts.
And in the meantime, if you're craving more stories like these, make sure to rate and follow the True Assassins podcast for more addictive cloak and dagger stories.
We'll see you next time.